Module 8, Capital Deployment, Monitoring, and Performance Evaluation. 1. Understanding hybrid funding strategies. Hybrid funding involves combining multiple types of financing to optimize capital structure, reduce risk, and maintain flexibility. Equity-debt combinations. Balancing ownership dilution with debt obligations to preserve control while raising sufficient funds. Convertible instruments. Using convertible bonds or notes that can convert to equity at a future date, appealing to both debt and equity-focused investors. Grants and subsidies. Leveraging non-dilutive funding sources to support strategic initiatives or innovation projects. Strategic partnerships. Collaborating with corporations or industry partners who provide funding in exchange for access to products, technology, or markets. You will understand how hybrid strategies reduce funding risk, improve financial resilience, and attract a broader investor base. Second, international capital sourcing. Raising capital from global markets requires understanding international financial ecosystems, foreign venture capital, and private equity, identifying investors with appetite for cross-border investments and understanding their requirements. Global crowdfunding platforms. Leveraging digital platforms to access retail and accredited investors internationally. Multilateral development banks and funds. Accessing capital for development-focused projects or social impact ventures. Foreign direct investment, FDI. Attracting long-term strategic investment from global corporations seeking market entry or expansion. Module 8 emphasizes structuring proposals and communications to appeal to international investors, considering cultural, economic, and regulatory differences. Third, cross-border investment considerations. Cross-border investments involve complexities that must be managed carefully. Legal and regulatory compliance, navigating different jurisdictions' securities laws, tax regimes, and reporting requirements. Currency and exchange risk, managing fluctuations in exchange rates and potential impacts on ROI. Political and economic risk, evaluating stability, governance, and policies that may affect investment security. Investor protection mechanisms, drafting agreements that protect rights, minimize disputes, and ensure enforceability across borders. You will learn risk mitigation strategies, including hedging, insurance, structured contracts, and multi-jurisdictional compliance. 4. Designing global funding campaigns. Successful international fundraising requires strategic campaign planning, targeting investor profiles, segmenting investors by region, investment type, and strategic alignment. Marketing and presentation. Developing compelling pitch decks, business plans, and financial models tailored to international norms. Cultural and communication considerations. Adapting messaging, negotiation styles, and reporting formats to different cultural contexts. Digital tools and platforms. Utilizing online portals, virtual meetings, and global crowdfunding sites for accessibility and scalability. This section emphasizes that investor engagement at a global level demands both financial acumen and cultural intelligence. 5. Governance and compliance in global capital raising. Maintaining strong governance and compliance frameworks is critical when raising international capital. Cross-border legal structures, establishing subsidiaries, special purpose vehicles, or joint ventures compliant with local laws. Reporting standards, adhering to international accounting and disclosure standards such as IFRS, GAAP, or ESG reporting requirements. Risk monitoring, continuously tracking geopolitical, currency, and regulatory risks that may impact global investors. Ethical standards, ensuring responsible fundraising practices, transparency, and adherence to anti-corruption and anti-money laundering policies. You will understand that legal diligence, transparency, and ethical practices enhance credibility and investor confidence globally. 6th, learning outcomes of Module 8. By the end of Module 8, you will be able to design hybrid funding strategies combining equity, debt, grants, and strategic partnerships. Source capital from international investors, crowdfunding platforms, development funds, and FDI channels. Navigate cross-border investment complexities, including legal, tax, currency, and political risks. Develop globally targeted fundraising campaigns tailored to investor profiles and cultural contexts. Implement governance and compliance frameworks to ensure ethical, transparent, and legally sound international fundraising.